Welcome. We are going to talk about the problems that have been seen with the COVID-19 vaccines. We're going to give a solution. We're going to see the advantages and disadvantages of said solution. Proposal for the vaccination system. We chose this topic because it concerns us all and we have all seen this problem, and we liked the idea of proposing something in order to improve the current vaccination system. In addition to that, more viruses are constantly emerging, more variants, so we believe that in the future it can be a great option. Let's see the first problem. Many people have decided to go to vaccination centers and line up to try to get immunized against COVID-19. However, there have been many crowded people lining up to get the vaccine, which is counterproductive. People flock to try to get their vaccine, and this can lead to more cases of infected people. In cities, many people come to vaccination campaigns, and vaccines run out quickly due to the high demand and poor planning by those who purchase vaccines at vaccination centers. On the other hand, in small neighborhoods, vaccines are not taken advantage of due to the lack of communication about the vaccination campaigns or because people don't want to be vaccinated. And this entails many costs of transportation of the vaccines, storage, among others. In these cases, the vaccination centers don't know if they are going to use all the vaccines, and this is why they're wasted. People suffering from diabetes, asthma, hypertension, and hip and knee problems have to stand long lines, and some of them withdrawing because they can't bear to stand. This indicates that there is poor planning in the current vaccination system in our country. Another problem is the falsification of documents because the only proof that you have that you received the vaccines are some letters written with a pen on a cardboard, and for the second dose you could fill in the blank space on the cardboard, so this is a huge problem. Finally, recently there have been cases of corruption, theft of vaccines in Alajuela. A nurse and a security guard, they stole 264 doses of anti-COVID vaccines, which is a sensitive issue. So, in this time, we have seen some problems that are currently happening in our country.
Due to all the issues that Lizeth mentioned before, we decided to create a solution to the long lines to get the vaccine. This solution is called Vaccination Appointment Generator, or by its acronym VAG. The VAG is quite simple to use since its methodology is similar to the system used in ATMs. Even the form and physical structure of the VAG is the same as the one used by an ATM. So you're probably wondering how VAG is going to solve long waits and improve the entire process of getting a vaccine appointment. Well, in the first place, it is important to remember how the system is currently used. Usually, after waiting several hours, a person asks you for your identity card to enter you at the system of the Costa Rican Social Security Fund. Then, another person asks you again for your ID, and it's this person who assigns you the vaccine appointment for the same day. On the other hand, with the system we propose, basically the first thing that the patch will ask you to do is to insert your ID in the opening indicated by the machine, as you will normally do with your card in an ATM. At this point, the machine will do a scan and then it will save it into a database. Then, in the second step, you will have to enter your ID number with which the badge can create a file with your personal information. The system is automatized, so with your ID number, the badge will know your name and all the information the civil registry knows about you. Then you will have to put your finger on a fingerprints reader. And you're probably wondering why a fingerprint reader? Well, basically, it is to prevent a single person from making multiple appointments in order to avoid injustices in obtaining your vaccination appointment. Once this process is finished, as the first step, the badge will give you a ticket with the day and the time you have to show up for your vaccination, and it will also contain your ID number and all the necessary details to do a successful process. So, the idea with the system is that each vaccination center has its own badge, so people can choose where they want to go. Additionally, placing multiple bags at the vaccination center could help to reduce the lines. In fact, if the system works very well and the Costa Rica population accepts the badge, we can start using it in other places at the supermarket, so you can go do the shopping and then get an appointment. However, we have to remember that the pandemic isn't over, so the cleaning protocols are still active. That's the reason why each batch will be cleaned frequently, and all the people who use the machine have to wash their hands before using it. Also, there will be people in charge of assisting in case a person doesn't understand the methodology of the system.
Talking about the advantages of this system, nowadays all people want to be vaccinated, but we don't know exactly the number of people scheduled for one day. So, with this system, we are going to be able to know that number previously. So, if we know that only 100 people are scheduled, vaccines will not be wasted, and you can have a better control and distribution. Many people are profiting from the situation and even save fields to take a medical appointment to be vaccinated, and that can be a problem. So, this system reads the fingerprint, and only the person himself can make the appointment. Another advantage is the possibility of scheduling an appointment for a different day on which the appointment is being made. Then, if the system detects that there are already too many people scheduled for a day, taking into account the duration of each vaccination and an average number of vaccinations per day, the system will inform the person of the situation, giving them the possibility to schedule another day. If someone doesn't attend, the system will not allow them to schedule an appointment again until they go to the Caja Costarricense and explain the reason for their absence. This helps to have better control of the vaccinated population. Now, talking about disadvantages, a disadvantage would be the need to hire fewer people, as it is an automated system. In this case, the number of people in charge of controlling appointments and distribution may be lower. This is because roles that involve routine and repetitive tasks could be replaced with technology as a way of preventing user error. Another disadvantage may be the need to be placing the fingerprint. In other words, many people touching the system. However, with adequate control of hand washing, this is not a big problem, and it is also better than sharing a space with many people and for many hours in line to be vaccinated. At the end, as can be seen, the number of advantages is greater than disadvantages, including the added value of that technology that presents fewer errors when scheduling appointments and this can allow a better distribution and control. Thank you.